This technique where they pull the notes very quick. And this technique, in fact, has been taken by the rock guitar players today, but they do it they use very low action and steel strings, and they do this thing like Eddie Van Halen. You know, I can't do it. I wish I could. I really like it. But I think it's impossible in this kind of guitar, where they're pulling and they're hitting a note. And so they're able to get this kind of speed that the flamenco guitar players have had, particularly since the advent of Sabicas and the development that he made with the flamenco guitar and the flamenco guitar techniques. But that's an interesting point, because when I saw Eddie Van Halen the first time and he was doing this hammering pulling technique, in fact it's related to this, in a distant way, to this flamenco technique of pulling.
The difference is that Eddie does it with 50 Marshalls. So, you know, the most, you know, a kid with just a mentality of a peanut could see that and see that that's happening, you know, whereas with the flamenco, you have to really, when you see the great flamenco guitar players, you have to really watch, man. These guys do many things that just go by people.
The idea of fretting, this is on here, goes back quite a bit. I don't know the whole history of it, but getting all sorts of notes out was something that I actually used in a piece called Midnight, which in my mind, it was my version of sort of a flamenco thing. I wrote a piece of music that really came from a sort of a Baroque style, and then I thought, well, if I could sort of make it sort of Spanish sounding, but not ever strum it or pick it, you know. So I came up with this thing here called Midnight.
On a guitar, you see every note that you can play, you know, and it begs you, it like says, play me.
You don't have to feed it much. Give it 6 strings and everything is cool.
Nothing any different about this guitar. It's the man that plays it.
The number one reason that guitar has been the number one instrument is because if you're good at it, you can get the girls.
I can really feel sort of like Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley, like right back there, like when I'm playing. Right center with me is Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page and guys like that, you know, because that's when I came of age, and that's how I related in my life to, as well as just music. Charlie Christian didn't look around and see Black Sabbath, Metallica, and U2 and all these bands, and so he didn't have to think about that. Charlie Christian's main concern was, I hope the horn players, the drummer and the piano player don't look at me with utter disdain, you know, when I try to solo. So behind those guys really was the flamenco and the classical tradition.